Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to go through all of what I melted this week and my empties. I am doing it a little bit early. It's Saturday night here and I was planning on running sort of Sunday through to, recording these on Sundays, but we've got a family Christmas party tomorrow and I just know that it's going to be hectic, and then in the evening I'm probably going to want some quiet time to myself before and time to get ready for work the next day. So I thought I might film this now, so I might just get straight into it with the empties for this week, which I seem to have a few in here. So got a handful of bags. Let me fish them all out. So firstly we have Super Tarts, the Red Woman. So this is just a fruitcake scent, and admittedly at first I sort of wasn't super sure about it, but I remember that I started to like this one a lot more as it warmed up. I think it smelled more like legit fruitcake to start with, and I'm not the biggest fan of fruitcake. I couldn't say what it turned into as it got warmer, but it just got a lot more enjoyable. But I don't know if I would buy it again. It was a strong thrower, and it was still throwing when I changed them out. I tend to change my wax out sort of at around the 7-8 hour mark, and it was still going strong when I took it out. I had this one on, I still have this one now actually. So this one has been going for about 8 hours and I think it has sort of started to die off. Candles from the Keeping Room, Tiffanys Mango Cupcake. This is surprisingly really good. I don't normally like cupcakes at Tiffanys blends or cupcakes at Tiffanys at all. I don't know if this is a sign that I can maybe start tolerating it or if it's just this particular one. But the mango in it, it kind of has this weird, to me, almost sort of overflowered cake type scent, but with the mango it was, really quite sweet and really delicious smelling. So, no, I liked that, surprisingly. So I might, I've been avoiding cupcakes at Tiffany, but maybe I'll be a little bit more open-minded. Next we have, so from Sweet Sage Scents, Happy Candy. So lemon, orange, peach, raspberry, nectar, jasmine, tonka, patchouli, cannabis sativa, and musk. So I actually I had 2 of these as samples, so I melted them both. This was kind of interesting. It didn't smell the way that I expected it to, and that I think I was expecting it to be quite fruity sweet, but for some reason it came across as, maybe it was the tonka and patchouli, I'm not sure, but a lot more kind of creamy. I don't think I've smelt sort of that cannabis type scent, I'm not sure. It was still fruity, but it had this kind of creaminess to it that I wasn't expecting. So it was nice. I probably wouldn't purchase it, but it was nice, and it threw quite well and was still going when I emptied it out. And then we have so another one that I did today. So this was from Maple and Wattle from the Gory Sampler. That's F is for Fanny Sup, Try by a Leech, I think is the poem wording. I'm sorry, I'm just looking around to see if I can actually spot the... Here it is. So I keep referencing this. Fresh lavender mint tea with a squeeze of Valencia orange. I actually don't think I got much lavender out of this one. Mostly sort of, I think, orange and mint. It's quite nice. I actually quite like it, but yeah, if I hadn't have read the notes, I wouldn't have known that there was lavender in that one. Then we have So this packet, hold it back here so it's easier to see, was from one of the indie polish brands has started doing her own line. It seems so dark. Of wax called Moonbow. So I got this through Polish Pickup. It was called Rainbow Quartz, I think, and so it's quite holographic packaging. I'm going to admit, I pretty much just bought it because the wax itself was had some very pretty sort of multi-chrome pictures put up, and you know, I'm a sucker for anything that shines. Silly me didn't look at the price properly and the weight, so I think I paid $8 for a couple of ounces of wax. It was crazy. So it was a bit disappointing when it arrived, and the all of the not all, but a lot of the shimmer had come off, rubbed off. I don't know if you can. No, I can't really see. It had come off on the bag itself. So the wax itself was pretty much just white with a sheen. It did shift, and I got a little bit of shifting sort of shimmer out of the wax pool. The scent itself was nice. It was a fruity and I think kind of oceanic type of scent. Like, it wasn't bad, but I absolutely would never pay that much for that little wax again. And you know, it definitely visually didn't live up to what I was expecting. So I don't think I'll be purchasing from her line of wax again. Next we have Vintage Road Candles, Too Cool for School. So this was a sample of barnwood, leather, fireside embers, amber and tobacco. I love leather blends, as long as they're well blended. So, you know, typically I'll get something that has, you know, like this, that has quite a few notes in it, not just leather. But with, you know, the tobacco, it's, you know, it's woodsy, it's smoky, but it's got that sweetness there. Like, you know, leather actually does, I find, have quite a sweetness to it. So I you know, I quite enjoyed that. It was quite a strong throw too, sort of medium to strong, like not blow the house out or anything, but strong enough. And it was still throwing when I changed it out at about 7 hours or so. Next we have Luna Wax Blueberry Cornbread. So I melted my last one of the piggies. This is quite a strong blueberry scent. So the cornbread is there, but it's not crazy strong. Her blueberry is really, really nice. One piggy I find lasts for ages, so it was quite a strong throw, and was still throwing quite strongly actually when I changed it at the 8 hour mark. So yeah, I might get more of that one. I'm not sure. I did like it. Next, so I did a different one from the Very Gory sampler, so the letter N, Maple and Wattle. This one, so glad I have this sheet. So, N is for Neville, who died of ennui. I've probably said that wrong. Fairy Floss Fruit Cocktail with fresh lychee bowls. I'll admit, I probably can't say much about this one because I don't think I was home enough to really... I don't remember it, but I don't think that was the fault of the wax. I think I was just, you know, in and out and not really paying attention. I do remember picking up a bit of the sweetness from it, but that's kind of it. Then we had, so I finished off, I had a chunk muffin in Rose Girls Supernova Fizzy Pops. So Supernova is black cherry, paradise, cotton candy frosting, I think. So the first couple of times I used this, I didn't get a super strong throw out of it. It was kind of light medium, but I think that was because I was using it in the kitchen. And so the kitchen, sometimes my kitchen warmer is one that, you know, if anything's going to perform less than great, it'll be there. But also in my lounge room, it didn't do so well. But this time I had it in my bedroom warmers, and it seemed to do quite well, though it was actually very strong. It's not my favourite fizzy pop blend, to be honest. It's okay. I don't mind it, but you know, there's other fizzy blends that I would reach for before this one, so I wouldn't repurchase it, particularly because it, you know, seems to be quite fickle with the warmers that it will play itself out in. Then we had, sorry, from Pumpkin Parcel Scents, Tropical Christmas. So this one I know is a mint and sort of tropical fruits type blend. It's very strong. I had it in 2 warmers and it was, you know, probably overpowering other warmers in the house. You know, mint comes through quite strongly to me in pretty much anything it's in. In this one though, I could still smell the tropical fruits though, so that was pretty cool. Definitely a sort of a unique kind of very Australian Christmas blend because, you know, you've got the mint, but then you've also got like that kind of tropical fruits vibe. So I'm not sure if I would get it again, but it was nice, and it was oh, sorry, have some water. It was nice to have something that was, you know, minty, Christmassy, but a bit different, a bit more kind of Australian Christmas-esque. Sorry, my voice is really wanting to get out of me today. So next we had, so from my Super Tarts Fake and Bake Sampler, so blueberry muffins. This one's probably been my least favourite of the Fake and Bake Sampler. It was very strong, but mostly just blueberry muffins. I didn't get much of the Fake and Bake. So I don't mind blueberry muffins, but obviously, you know, you want, you know, if it's a Fake and Bake sampler, you want the Fake and Bake to actually sort of be present, and I didn't get much of that. So that's probably not one I would purchase again. It was strong though. Then we had Empire Alchemy Lemon Eclair with peach frosting and orange peel. This was really nice. It was probably only a light thrower. But, you know, the scent was really interesting. So if that threw a bit more strongly, I would, you know, probably want to repurchase that. And then I did a sample, but I have melted this before, Lunar Wax Destination Unknown. This is blueberries, tea, and something, lemon, I think. So it's quite a fresh sort of blueberry scent, and as I mentioned, I really like her blueberry and it's really strong. So yeah, I have purchased this before, and I possibly would purchase it again, probably not in large quantities, but I wouldn't mind having it every now and then. Okay, so those, I think that's it for the bags. Then I also emptied oh sorry. So from Baby Got Wax, Summer Vibes, so Thai Lime Mango. This is just a nice fruity, bit zesty, really nice scent for summer. So we had a warm day last week, which is when I used up the last of this one. Quite a strong scent. Will I repurchase? Look, I'm not sure. Potentially, if I was ordering from Baby Got Wax again, then maybe I'd throw this one in, because this is one of the ones I like the most from her. But I've got a lot of other kind of mango scents at the moment, so I'd kind of probably prefer to reach for those. Then we had from Obscurus, A Long Night, so Velvet Moss, Stamp Heather, Hickory Wood, Vetiver Dewdrops, and Vanilla. So this scent is really, really, really nice. It's super mossy, but, you know, a little bit creamy from the vanilla. It's just that really dark, deep kind of green type scent. I really, really love this scent. Like, it's actually one of my favourite scents. I was a bit disappointed. The first time I used this, it was a really strong thrower. The second and the third time, it had, you know, dropped to medium. And you can see this was from an indie pickup in December 18, so it's a year old. I probably would have held on to this a bit longer, but because the second time I melted it, the performance had, you know, dropped back using the same warmers, I thought I might as well just sort of push through and use it while it was still good. So I'm going to bear that in mind with the rest of that particular brand of wax, because They do really nice scents, but if it's not going to last a year, then, or much longer than a year, then I need to make sure that I use it up. I finished the last of my Barretts Wax Crafts Ginger Lime Fizz. I'll admit I have some variable performance with Barretts. Some things throw really well, some things don't. This is a really strong thrower and it lasts quite a while. Quite strong on the ginger, and you know, the lime just gives it this kind of, it's a bit like sort of lime cordial in a way added to it, but it's quite refreshing and nice. So if I do another Barretts order, I will probably grab some more of that. It is probably my favourite scent from Barretts. Not that I've tried many. Then we had so shot cups. So I melted, this was from my Advent, so pumpkin parcel Milan. This is just straight up banana. It wasn't super strong. It would be a good blender. I think it was quite a creamy banana. It wasn't really a candy banana, but there was definitely kind of a creaminess to it. Then we have Seaside, Spa, and Pink Patchouli. Admittedly, on cold, it was really quite strong from that Smell Good shop, sorry. The Seaside Spa was probably the stronger part on cold, and I was really looking forward to it because it was just like a little bit of depth from Pink Patchouli and Seaside on top of, you know, a really kind of seaside sort of scent. When it warmed up, the Pink Patchouli got quite strong, and it got to, you know, it was very sort of heavy on the pink sugar. Still nice, but definitely not as good as, you know, what it seemed like it would be on cold. It was really strong though. It threw quite strongly out of, I think I had that in my kitchen warmer. And then we have Maple Immortal Oceanside Sunrise. So this one is, I think, Ocean Breezes. I can't remember the rest. She does really nice ocean scents. And this one was quite bright. It might have had some fruit or melon to it. I can't quite remember. Admittedly, again, I didn't spend a huge amount of time in the room with it. In my kitchen warmer, it was probably a medium-ish throw. It would have thrown more strongly in one of my other warmers, I think. So that's it for the empties, but I'm also just going to go through the stuff that I didn't empty. So we have L3 Waxy Wonders Ginger Ale Satsuma Lemonade. So this scoop, I'm now just under halfway through. The lid's kind of broken. That's one of the reasons why I want to get through this one. I like this scent, but it's not my favourite ginger ale. I think it's a stronger lemonade than it is a ginger ale. So it's okay. No, it's nice. Look, it's nice, but there's just, you know, in terms of, I really like ginger ale. I've tried a lot of really good ginger ales, and there are others I would reach for before that one. But, you know, like all of her scoops, really strong throwing. And what I like about her scoops is, and I think I did it with this one, is, you know, I can put, you know, not too much of a quantity in, and they last forever. Like, I've never had a scoop. I've run some scoops for days on end, and they're still, you know, throwing punches, like, you know, after, you know, a couple of evenings of solid melting. So that's one of the reasons I really love her scoops. Then we had, and this was probably one of my stars for the week, Tea Time Tarts, Salted Nopals and Pepino Melon. So Himalayan sea salt, sea moss, fresh cut nopals, and pepino melon. So this one is just so good. It does remind me of kind of a salty sea air type blend, but super green. I think it's because it's got the sea salt and the sea moss. It really does remind me of like a salty sea air sort of blend. But then you've got this cactus and the melon, just the cucumber melon, just making it super green and refreshing. So, and it was really, really quite strong in my lounge room, in my Glade in the lounge room. So, I think I changed it at maybe 7 hours, and it was still going quite strong. So, I've got 3 pieces left to get me through. It's definitely a summer blend. Like, this is one I will reach for pretty much only in summer, I'd say. So 3 pieces I think should be enough, I hope, because I love it, but I definitely will want to get some more of that. Then we had, so I melted Glitterati Basil Sage Mint. This one, on cold I really like it. Warmed up, it just sort of smells sort of soapy and clean, which is not really my jam. I don't necessarily get the herbalness from it the way I sort of expected to. And it's not as strong. I think it's just the oil, but it's not as strong as some of my other Glitterati's. It's probably a medium throw. It did last for a while, but yeah. So look, it's okay, and I'll definitely use up the last of what I have. Not that it's really possible to repurchase specific scents unless you go custom with Glitterati, but you know, I'd be okay with not having that one again. Then we had another favourite for the week, again a Tea Time Tarts, Blazing Saddles and Palo Santo. So rich, creamy vanilla, leather, sandalwood, and Palo Santo. I'd say this is like, I've tried a lot of Palo Santo. This is, I think, in my top 2 Palo Santo blends. And I don't know if it's different oils for Palo Santo or just different quantities, but there's only a couple of blends that I found that have really captured this beautiful, or it might just be what they blend it with, but this really beautiful sweet woodiness. But this one gets it. So I think it might be the combination. And you do get the leather, but the leather's not smack you in the face kind of leather, if that makes sense. It's just a really beautiful, rich kind of, you know, I don't want to say masculine. I feel like there's a better word than that to describe it, but you know, I really like blends that are sweet without being sort of sugary sweet, and that's exactly what, you know, this kind of gives me. So I would absolutely repurchase it. Again, really strong, lasted 8 hours, was still going. Definitely a favourite of mine. And then we had, so today I melted some Vintage Chic Scents White Witch, so Rain, Bonfire and Crunchy Leaves. Very nice blend. It's kind of Bonfire and Crunchy Leaves, but the Rain I think is there, just kind of freshening it up a little bit. Probably, I think, a medium kind of throw. Like, it wasn't hitting me in the face, but it was definitely there. I put it in both my kitchen and one of my bedroom warmers, and it definitely performed better in the bedroom warmer, but I could still smell it in the kitchen, so that was quite good. I've still got quite a few pieces left, and I would possibly repurchase it. It's not one that I'd run out to get, but maybe. It's nice. And then we had, so these two I did together, so a bit of a classic combo from Rose Girls, so fresh picked strawberries and vanilla Noel. It's just a really nice sort of sweet combo. It's not my favourite combo from her, but you know, it's nice. They go together well. So I've only got 1 piece of each left, so maybe I'll just, I'm not sure if I'd do them together again or if I'll try to pair them with some of my other mini melters. Then we had, so from Maple and Wattle, Schweppes Blood Orange. I really, really like this one. It was medium to strong in throw, somewhere in the middle. But it's kind of just like a fizzy blood orange blend, which I actually haven't come across before. And I do love blood orange scents. So it was just, you know, got that deep tanginess with the fizz. So definitely would get some more of that. Really good. And then we had another fantastic one, also Maple and Wattle, Peach Buttercream Marshmallow. So this one smells like, it's really hard to say, like peach, creamy peach candy maybe. It's, I don't know, like I sort of took a chance on it. I felt like maybe it would smell really sickly and disgusting, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's not like a bakery scent, but it is like a creamy yeah, that's as good as I'm going to get to describing that one, but definitely I would get more of that. It was a medium to strong throw, and it was still going when I switched that warmer off. I'm just gonna smell like this one again. Sorry, I just love this one. I could just sniff the bag. I could sniff the bag all day. Home stretch. So I also melted Handworks Pergola, so green apple shrub, last of arugula lettuce, freshwater moss, sandalwood, shea mint, and Palo Santo tart. This one was really good. And I don't know why I'm surprised by that. I think because I'm cold, yeah, it comes across as really minty, but warmed up, the palo really sort of starts to shine, and it's just like a very green sort of palo blend, and it was really strong. Some of my Handworks has sort of been medium-ish though, and I thought with some of what was in here, it might not be all that strong, but it really was, and it lasted quite a while. Then I did Evergreen and Orange, so this one was pretty much like just pine and orange. It's a really nice scent, really, really strong, probably one of the strongest I had all week, and was going really strong when I took it out. It reminded me a bit of a cleaner, like a cleaning product. I think we've had a spray that was sort of an orange pine scent. Not the same because it doesn't have that sort of detergent cleaning, actual sort of the cleaning agent sort of smell to it, but it's sort of like it has the same kind of scent. So when I was reminded of that a bit, I was like, oh, okay. But no, I still enjoyed it, but that, I didn't get that. Yeah, I don't get that scent on cold. It's kind of crisper on cold. But when it warms up, it has that kind of, that pine and orange cleaning spray scent. So no, I liked it, but just because of that scent association, because I'm not big on melting things that smell like, cleaning products, I probably wouldn't get it again. And then we had Super Tarts Drogo. So this I know has some leather, spice, sort of manly scents, and some other things, I think. And it's actually quite a sort of spicy, it's got a creaminess to it, but quite spicy. I had that going when I had the other leather scents going as well. I don't think it was quite as strong as the, in particular, sort of the tea time tarts, although I think I was kind of hanging out in the room that I was melting this in because I was enjoying it so much, so I probably didn't get as much of a chance to really kind of take in this one. It was a nice scent. I definitely sort of, every time I walked into the bedrooms where that was, it seemed to be quite nice. But yeah, just, I guess next time I just won't melt the star at the same time. Home stretch. So in fact, this is the last one. So this was House of Melts Frozen Berry Margarita. So I had this on today, and I love this one. Blackberry, blackberry, raspberry, and frozen vanilla margarita. Just, yeah, sweet berry, kind of tart. From the two berries are quite tart, but then the frozen vanilla margarita is a bit sweet. Really, really enjoyable. So it was strong for the first couple of hours, I think, and then I think it sort of died off a little bit. So that's it for my melts for this week. I do still have a few extra from the box that I was planning to melt that I will go through tomorrow. So a couple of things like creamy soda watermelon lemonade fizzy pop. I've got a couple of Empire Alchemy experimentals, so mangonada and cherry margarita popsicles, but I'll include them in next week's video. So yeah, thank you for watching and enjoy your weekend. Bye.